Hi everybody, I'm Shamus.
I'm YACOB.
I am Chris.
And I'm Josh, and buddies are frozen.
Ask them if they want to build a snowman.
Let's bury them in the sand while they're
Same universe, same universe.
So
saying.
we have to go fight. So what do we have to do? We have to go fight Darth Malik, who ran off like a chicken shit.
Damn.
Yeah, basically.
I'm not impressed with this bad guy.
Isn't he like the main villain?
That's kind of the point.
He's got a mean underbite. I'll give him that.
Isn't he? Have you ever played this game, Glid?
On it.
I think I did one day at one point.
Open the blast door. Open the blast door. Open the other blast door. Just keep opening blast doors.
Oh, so now you're interested in
door.
fighting after you ran off like a butt last time. Here, I've got an idea. I'm just gonna repeatedly do this. Whoa, he's stuck against the wall. What? Wait a minute, you were stunned.
Over, Malik.
Your friends do not give up.
And your lightsaber's still the wrong color, Bastila.
Could inspire loyalty.
What color is it supposed to be?
The three of you together cannot
I made it
stand
red
against
because
my
we're playing up the
God.
Sith angle
the
for Bastila
Jedi!
because it's funny. But now it's yellow.
I'll hold Malik off. You two get
No,
out of here.
I was
For the
winning. What are you
Jedi.
doing?
No, Bastila, he's too strong.
He's not too strong. He's a wimp. God damn it.
The door's sealed. We can't get past. Come on. We have to get
Open
to
the
the other
blast
hall.
door. Oh, I'm tired.
All
of
I
that
had to
joke.
do was spam Force Wave over and over again.
We couldn't
Bastila
defeat him,
doesn't
but
stand
we
a
could
chance
waste
against
all
Malik.
of his
Can't
time
help her.
until he
Not
got
here.
bored
We have
and
to get off
left.
the ship and find the Star Forge. That's the key to beating the Dark Lord. Bastila sacrificed herself so we could get away. We can't let her sacrifice.
Bastila
anything.
sacrificed
Come on.
herself stupidly so that we could get away like cowards. So let's do that.
Oh, good. No.
On one hand, we could totally save her. On the other hand, do we care? Is it worth the effort? Nah.
If we did, she wouldn't become a Sith. And that's
Yeah.
important.
It's important.
Now
to
That's
she
an
share
important,
her.
you know, life experience. She's got a vary her resume a little bit.
This is going to be a growing experience for her. Specifically, growing evil. Why does
I
the
don't
ship
remember. Did
look
we turn
like
off
a
the
big crab?
tractor beam and the
No,
gravity well
that's the
generators?
No, that's a different thing.
Because like it seems like those would be important things to disable on the bridge while we were
No, while we were there, we put a potato. We put a potato in their tailpipe. So they're gonna try and chase us,
Oh,
but they won't be able to, and then they'll stall.
They've still got fighters though, and you know what that means.
Haha, it's shoot time. We haven't had many of
Oh
these
boy,
in
a
the game,
turret
though.
sector.
We haven't had any of the random ones.
Yeah.
I was like, did they patch this game last year or something and like take this out?
Incoming fighters.
I know I've complained about this before, but I just want to reiterate that you can reverse the camera controls if you're an inverted Y person like me, but that doesn't apply to this scene. So then you have to do this scene with backwards controls from your point
You
of
can
view.
also turn faster if you both turn the mouse and use the keyboard, which is weird. And like
Yeah.
obviously something that was made for consoles that wasn't ported properly.
Yeah.
Should be worth noting, BioWare used to have a reputation for making horrible PC ports when they started doing console games.
Although that was the early days of ports.
And then we all
was just-
tabbed for no reason.
The early
Nice
days of
background,
ports were
very
just
Star
a
Wars.
disaster. It was just a disaster. Like Invisible War was a
Yeah.
horrible port. I mean, it was just like
Wait,
when
Invisible War, the
cross-platform-
Deus Ex.
Yeah.
That was just a bad game.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I
true.
don't think
That
you
is
can
true.
blame everything on just being a bad port there.
No. But on top of everything else, it was also a shitty port. And they were just like, it took us a while to get cross-platform engines working right.
Where is Bastila? What happened on that?
I didn't realize
Jolie's
Knights of the Old Republic was a console game originally.
Sacrificed herself so
Where's
we could get away.
Bastila?
Yeah, it was released on the
Yeah.
Xbox a couple months before the PC.
Malik won't kill her. Don't be foolish.
Alright, I haven't been on the show in a while. I'm glad to see the trend of glasses has stayed the same.
Yes.
What's funny is I think they've gotten worse in my mind.
Not so
Like every
fast.
week
We
I
got a
come
bigger
here
issue to
and
deal
we have
with
to look
here.
at these stupid
They deserve to know
headsets
the
and I
truth
hate
about
them
you.
more
Do you wanna
every
tell them what
time.
Malik said,
This is what
or
this
should
show
I?
does. It makes me hate the games I love. I used to think this was a good game.
I really want to see like a Carthonasi, like he's sitting there, and then like this ridiculous headwear comes down from the sky, and then it just comes over his face, and then Deal With It pops up, and I want that gif to exist.
Revan, what are you talking about?
Oh, Candace is still naked.
Programming in a new identity.
Hey guys, just take it out. How you doing?
Well, we took his clothes off before the last time, like before the last cutscene when we played him. So.
This is big.
Why?
Do you remember anything about being the Dark Lord?
Because have you seen him?
I mean, he is a hottie McHottie, but
I mean, look
Mumbles
at
is-
him.
Nothing more?
Well,
Then I don't
Mumbles
think
was
it's
there the
fun.
last time.
Seems to me that if you don't really
Yeah, this was
remember
her.
anything
This
about
is her
Revan,
fault. And there he is. He's not
No,
even.
it was my
he's
idea
still,
to take off the clothes.
You are who you are
He
now,
like deliberately
Of course
positioned
it's
himself in
still
front of the camera, and now he's gonna act all nonchalant like he doesn't know
How do we
he's in the
Revan won't
shot.
suddenly
He's
turn
over
on
there
us?
just
The whole
like
time we've been chasing after
flexing.
Malik, we've had his old Sith master right at our side.
So this is
Listening to our secrets,
we should probably
hearing
talk
our
about what's
plans.
happening in this video game.
What is happening in this video game?
So we went and told everyone else that we're all oh god, I can't talk today. We're also Revan,
Hey,
and they're all reacting, and it's really cool to like that they didn't draw that out as like
I
this sort
know
of
you.
forced
You're
drama.
not Revan
Oh,
anymore.
what if everyone else
Whatever you
finds out
used
that
to
you're
be,
Revan?
You're one of us
And then
now.
Karth is fighting you, going like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell them." And you're like, "You better not." This comes out pretty much immediately.
Big Z and I will stick by you. We owe you our lives. We won't desert you now.
How can you say that, Mission? The Sith bombed my home
I seem to
world,
remember
Chris,
liking
say
the
something.
scene a
my
lot.
family, and destroyed my life.
Chris, say
Everyone
something
knows
about
it
this
was
part of the
Malik who gave
game.
order to attack your people.
Since you know
So
nothing
why
about it.
why does
I
Candace
suppose
have to
you've proven
make sure he
yourself to be a
retweets
friend
all
of
the
the
dank
Republic by
memes?
your actions so far, Revan. But can I trust you?
I mean, that's
Can any
just
of
the
us?
way Candace rolls.
Because he has to make sure he keeps to his branderous.
What about me?
Oh my
I already
goodness.
knew who you were. Though it
You
wasn't
did
my
this to
place
us,
Oh yeah,
Shamus.
and
You did this to us.
Jolie totally knew exactly who we were from the start anyway, incidentally.
Help if I can.
I was gonna talk about like
You defeated the
I knew
How
you were
interesting
evil. I
this
just wanted to
was.
go along for the ride.
You were the only one in the
Nope.
galaxy who could best us. We had
Gotta
never
make
met
a bu-
one like you before, and never since. How can you even ask if I'll follow you? Whatever you're fighting, it will be worthy of my skill.
Also,
I'm your
it
man
turns
until
out
the
that
end,
Candace is a
No
Revan
matter how this
fanboy,
plays
so
I loved this. I loved this turn. Like, I was like, how is everybody going to justify sticking with Revan? And his was my favorite. His was my
Yeah.
favorite. How could you even ask? Of course I would follow you. Like, you're the only people that was. You're the only person that was ever able to beat us. Of course we would follow you. And it's one of the moments
He's
that makes
the
Candace
Space
the coolest.
Adam Baldwin.
and then we've got the other big bombshell, which is HK47 was built by Revan. In
So-
maybe another homage to Star Wars.
That's weird.
Although,
I
like,
didn't
a
know
better
that.
One.
my
Wait,
question
is
is,
that
how
the
did
reason for his
HK not
misanthropy?
notice?
Yes, in fact, he calls people meatbags because he once called Malik that, and Revan thought it was funny and told him to do that for everyone.
It seems that the homing system deliberately restores my deleted memory core upon returning.
Man,
to my
HK is...
original
It's weird that that character won Best New Character and then never did anything of
Correct,
value again.
Master. Sith protocols maintain that all droid knowledge.
Well, we haven't
be
really had
deleted
another
before
thing set in the
assassination
KOTOR universe
missions,
since,
then
like,
restored upon
KOTOR
return.
2.
I have returned.
Okay, the Old Republic,
and
but that's
my
300
full
years later and
functionality
really
is now
bad,
under
so...
your personal
But
command.
a droid
too
can survive
bad.
it.
Distinct pleasure to see you again,
In fact, actually, HK-47 shows up in Star Wars Galaxies, which was really weird. And
yeah,
dumb,
that means he's survived thousands and thousands of years.
4,000 years.
Why would anyone build any new droids? Where do they get their food from?
Think you'd never heard of the Force before. Seems obvious
Kashyyyk.
enough to me it was meant to be.
Wow. What are the chances of that happening?
Remember, we're
I'm just
talking
guessing
about
because
the
it's a
Force
foresty
here.
planet.
At this point, Malik himself could drop out of the sky. And I
Did
wouldn't bat an
Jihani
eye.
just, like, get
Good point.
locked in a closet or something? We didn't even get the chance to ask her. Is she,
The
like,
writers couldn't
passed
think of a
out
reason.
drunk in the... Did we leave her behind? Whoops. Where's Jihani? Oops, we left her on the ship. Damn it.
She's still with Bastila. She's like fighting Malik, and Malik is just crying in a
Malik didn't
corner.
notice.
How did this cat lady get on my ship?
I want to believe you. You've proven yourself time and time again during our mission, but this is a little much for me to wrap my mind around.
Oh my god, Karth is just the worst.
This must be even more of a shock to you. I don't know how you even kept
I
going.
understand. Like
This
he's
is
it's
just
perfectly
find a way to
understandable
push
why
forward.
he feels
Don't
this
worry.
way, though.
I won't let my
he even
personal
brings it up
feelings get in the way
earlier
of
in this
my
conversation.
Yeah, but
on
like
this mission.
The Sith destroyed his
forget,
home planet,
I've sworn
killed
an
his
oath to
wife, and he
defend the
thinks they
Republic.
killed his
As
son
long as
too.
this mission stays on
We'll be
course,
finding
I'll
out more
stick
about
with
that
you. But I
shortly.
won't let you betray the Republic under any circumstances. So I
You
guess
know, all
that's it
these
then.
serious cutscenes are not helped by the
Still got one
headwear.
more
They
Star
really
Map
should
to
just have
cover.
that stuff
Oh
for
my
every
God.
cutscene.
Yes.
So
Yes, they
I
I
should
mean, that's the point we've
automatically.
been all making this time.
But like I've said before, that's kind of selfish on the story writer's job. It's like, well, I don't want this dumb shit in my movie that I'm making, but you can have it in your dumb video game part of the game where you have to wear it. And it's like, well, maybe we just shouldn't have shitty headwear. Is that on the table? Is that something we can choose? And this is an ongoing problem with BioWare. Are you dreaming about the plot again, Josh?
Cap.
Yes.
I remember
Another
the dunce
BioWare
cap hats
trope.
from Dragon Age. Those are
I
pretty good.
always think, I think those were worse, just because
were.
and they didn't look like, it wasn't like that's a tropey kind of hat to wear in
It wasn't like a wizard
medieval
hat,
fantasy.
but it was
Yeah.
like
You know-
that was their version of the wizard hat, and it looked awful.
I'm trying to figure out if it would be better or worse if they just had like offensive trucker hats. Like, I'm just picturing like Karth wearing like, who do I have to fuck around here to get some midichlorians? And I'm like, I don't know if that's better or worse.
When we were loading in there, we just appeared. Bastila was like faintly visible, and then disappeared like she was getting cleaned up from the level.
Wait,
was
Bastila's in the
weird.
shot. Bastila, you're not in this scene.
Like,
should we
heat
cut?
her
Should we
out.
cut? Should we redo the scene? Nah, we'll fix it in post.
Oh, hey Jihani, you missed the staff meeting.
How can you possibly be Revan? The Jedi whose troops saved me on Taris.
So now we've
It
kind
was
of like
Revan.
short-circuited
Leading
the
army of
Jihani
defeated Mandalorians.
storyline.
It was you. I knew when I heard that you had become the
Did
Dark
you
Lord.
She
fail?
hasn't even told us
But
about the.
something was wrong.
I don't think she's told us the
Woman
Jedi
saved
who about the Jedi who saved her on Taris. No, we didn't fail. As long as we're nice to her.
Completely to the dark
I think we can
Okay,
keep going.
just saying, if you missed the relationship here, we're gonna have to go back and redo the season.
It is
Wow,
good
that
to
really
know
killed
you
the
have
mood.
Truly changed. It gives me hope. I do not think now that I will
Just
fall
don't
to the
even
dark
fucking
side.
say that.
I only have to look at you and follow by your example.
Hold up a
And
piece
there
of
is no
string
way
in front of her face and like wiggle it around really fast and see how she acts. No, better, a laser pointer. Put like a laser pointer on the wall,
Yes,
and then
that's
like
true.
make her chase it
I
around the
suppose
room.
You would know better than I. I will never forget what you did for me, even if you do not.
Is that racist, by the way? I should check if this stuff
I mean,
that I'm suggesting
probably.
to do is racist.
I.
It's Star
You
Wars
know who would
racist,
fit
but
in?
we're Revan, so
I'm just trying to think of like characters you could just sneak into the background of this game, and for some reason, Kenny from The Walking Dead just sticks out as a character that could be in the background of this game, and no one would notice.
I have been wrestling with my feelings inside.
So, wait a minute. Okay, this is broken. So she just told us that the Jedi who saved her on Terrace was us. But she hasn't told us that her homeworld was Terrace yet, and she's still going to tell us that as if it's a big deal.
Everyone I have ever known, except those on Dantooine.
Shamus, thank you for inviting me on this Let's Play of KOTOR. This Let's Play of KOTOR is my home and is the place I have always been.
Well, they haven't messed it up too much. I mean, she's still established to be straight, right? They didn't. The dialogue hasn't screwed that up,
It was your
right?
fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastila without your intervention.
The game isn't gonna bug out and reveal that she's a lesbian or something.
No, never.
Just let me
Okay,
vent my
okay.
anger. I need someone to blame.
That would never
Something,
happen in
anything.
Star Wars,
I
Shamus.
hated
What are you
that
talking
world.
about?
Yet
You know,
Gay characters in
as
space?
as much as we've been making fun of the headgear, that's actually both kind of good headgear and also kind of feels Star
It's the
Warsy.
headgear I want to
It
wear,
does.
but she's up more light side than I am right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It reminds me of what's the bald dude that looks like Strickland?
Yeah, the one from Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
forget his
like it
name.
reminds me of
Lobot?
his head. Maybe. It reminds me of his
The
head
robot
thing.
guy?
Well, he's bald, but he's got like the thing on his head, the wrap around, like how some people have hair, but he has it as metal.
Okay, again, but it's so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand it. There's not an option like, I'm Revan! I did that!
You know, I'll just say this. Josh had me look up how we unlock her quest, and it's talk to her a lot. And the idea was you're supposed to talk to her after every level you gain or every planet you finish. It wasn't really clear on that. But you're supposed to be talking to her regularly. We are doing an entire game's worth of catch-up and side character quests in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, at the time you're supposed to read that, it wouldn't be that you're Revan.
I think I'm over the worst of it.
But Rutskarn would be angry that they give you the option anyway, or don't give you the option.
It was not your fault. It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the
Okay, so
from the upper
can we
levels.
talk about the weird nature of humanity in the Star Wars universe?
Okay.
Well, it's just like the Empire in the main Star Wars canon was obviously racist and pro-human, and that's something that, okay, the Empire has their weird fascist beliefs, whatever, but it seems to be like a recurring theme throughout all of the entire series history that humans are always kind of on top and that any non-humans get relegated down to other castes, because she was obviously on a planet where non-humans got pushed down to the bottom undercities. Is there a reason for that? Is there a reason humans are the weird chosen people in Star Wars? Other than just anthropocentrism?
I mean, like,
yeah.
There's obviously like the film logic of like we don't want to have a bunch of rubber forehead aliens everywhere, so most people are going to be human.
And laughed at the mockeries that were our
I get that.
Like, the expanded universe talks about this, but like as for why like humans tend to be the best at everything and the most important, like I'm not sure anyone's like explicitly tackled that.
You know what, I'm just gonna say it. Star Wars is racist. There, I said it.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes. Does
Star Wars
Black
thinks
Dude
humans
in
are the
original
best.
Trilogy that has any lines betrays Han Solo.
I
And
find
No,
it-
I mean, like,
basically
it's
everything he does.
it's anthropocentric. It's very rah-rah humans at the expense of any other species.
Sometimes I curse the
Like
day
Mass
my
Effect
parents
3.
built Taris.
It is
Mass
a very
Effect 3.
BioWare thing.
I did it. I did that. It's my fault.
God damn it.
Well, no, I mean, again, I mean, this has been sort of a recurring theme throughout this season, but this is very BioWare. This whole game, as
Yes,
much as
it
it
is.
is Star Wars, it is also very, very BioWare. Like, inescapably BioWare. The structure of it, the themes of it, the writing style, the RPG mechanics of having sort of a weird, not quite RPG-ish, not quite action game thing going on. The whole game is very BioWare.
I do appreciate how, even though we were captured by the Sith and the entire ship was turned upside down to find any stuff about it, there are still a bunch of fucking frog rodents on board. That's nice.
Oh, Greg, don't touch those. Those things have warts. You don't get warts. Leave them here. Leave them here.
Alright, so our party for this planet has pretty well been set up already. We want Juhani because we want to bring as many Jedi as possible into the Sith Academy on Korriban because that's funny. And Karth has a personal quest thing here, so...
So you were looking for her lover. It's Belaya, but Belaya, and she's apparently outside the Sith Temple, but I don't know if you talked to her enough to get that. But find out.
Well, we will see.
You know, at the start of the season I said I got to the point with the Yodas, and I'm realizing now I think I played KOTOR 2.
You're fired. You are so fired. But after this season, because nobody else wants to do this game with us now because everybody's sick of it.
I mean, it's... I remember a level with multiple Yodas, and this game just had Dantooine with the Yoda. So I think it was KOTOR 2. I don't think I played this one.
There weren't any Yodas in KOTOR 2, though.
Okay, then maybe I'm making up a game. Maybe I had a fever dream. I don't know. I remember getting to a point where I could find the color of my own lightsaber, and I got, like, purple because I was, like, 14 or whatever when this game came out. And I'm like, yay, purple lightsaber! And then I kind of stopped playing. I'm a bad Let's Player.
Have you won all the planets of Pazak yet?
My way.
We have not played any
no.
Pazak. We played about 5 seconds of Pazak.
That's the best part of this game.
Possibly all be this stupid, can you? I'm no master.
I wish I knew the response that Retskarn would give to that.
Alright, one more question.
Chiku Dawi Donga.
I am